Hello, hello, welcome to Pieces Pat Paints. I'm Pat. I paint things here on, what is this, YouTube? Yeah, YouTube. This is a kind of a laid back thing we chill out, and I just paint on these projects. It kind of changes as I've kind of grown this channel, kind of changed how we do this. So I right now, since we're working on series of different miniatures, it's kind of more of you know, updates as we go. But yeah, we spent about an hour messing around with some stuff and goof off and talk about whatever. So if you got any questions, put that in the chat, and I'll answer them. I'm usually pretty good about answering questions, so you know, try to keep it you know, light. But yeah, whatever. Anyway, we've been working on demons. They're a lot of fun, and let's get right to it. So, it is, what today? What's today? Wednesday? Wednesday. So we've got one guy pretty much done. I'm gonna put another layer of black on his base just to take care of all these overpaints from getting the glow around his base. It kind of made the ring glow is the idea. Oop. I don't keep them up very high. They do fall. Yeah, it kind of grabs it. I've almost figured out what camera we're going to get to replace this. So we've got a couple of these other ones to do. We're going to start working on getting the armor to look bone like that and do all the rest of the trim work and stuff like that. As well as working on the lava rocks and stuff under their feet, which has been a lot of fun. Probably going to focus on the succubus today, just because she's neat, and you know you guys have seen all these other demons, so but they're all coming along. They're in various stages of production over here. I did get our Asmodeus or Ozymandias, whichever one you guys say it. I think it's Asmodeus is the proper term. Asmodeus is another one. I think that's somebody else. Anyway. He's looking really nice, proper demon lord. And then of course we've got the one that's more like Baal, or you know, just kind of a big fat demon. I got to get the other stuff that's printed, and the printer is about ready to go. So should have those. As we get the next guy rounded out, we should be able to get over to him and then circle around and do the really big demon, and we'll have this whole set of miniatures done. And then after that, I guess it's vote time again, right? So grab a tasty beverage. I got one myself. I drink this static water, whatever. Soda water, you know, that tastes like something. Like as a chef, I got addicted to sodas, and because you know when you're working in restaurants and stuff, man, you pretty much drink all the soda you want. They don't give a darn. Because you know it's a bag in a box and yada yada yada. You probably can't drink enough soda to really do anything. But anyway, you get addicted to having a soda-like substance, and so you kind of, it's hard to not have something like that. I'm trying not to drink all that dang sugar, because oof, it's a lot of sugar. And this was my solution. It seems to be working out all right. It's not like soda. Every now and again, I have to break down and have a soda, but it definitely helps keep me from going too far. I suppose I could have gone to tea, but yeah, whatever. All right, so make this one just kind of white. I like the idea of kind of making that crackly little yellow. It'll be small, so it'll kind of fade away like it's underneath it. Alright, so what we need to do is probably another down here. This needs another little small light coat of Naples. This is kind of like a tan yellow. Kind of make sure it's got a decent base of color before we add any washes to it. Make sure we got it all colored out. That way we can just throw the highlight layer on and be done with it. A little slippage, I don't think I hit anything. Just get to choose the color of her hair. Like a lavender, maybe? That'd be fine, right? Pale violet. That's what this should be right about on time right there. Don't need very much of it. Pale violet with maybe like a magenta undertone. One of them is her other horn, I would assume. There it is, right there. So that's hair. And that's hair. But that other piece is her other horn. That's for her ear. She got a little bitty ear. It's kind of hard to. It's gonna be hard to get a focus on that. It is so tiny. Her ear is very, very small. I like the idea of it being just a little bit brighter than there's it kind of got that look. She's already got like the punk kind of haircut, so you know we should definitely try to amp up some of that punk vibes. You know, give her a little bit of that punkish, pinkish kind of hair. I'm so glad that we went ahead and put that little, again, it's going to be hard to kind of see it, but we did get that little nip fixed. It still doesn't look perfect, but it definitely looks way better than it did prior to us messing with it. Actually, just a little bit more pink here. We're talking like the tiniest of accents here. Kind of can just get a whole little bit of a brush on. Don't get carried away. I don't want it to pool there in the back. Still too much water. That's okay. Sometimes the best thing to do is just reset it like that. I was definitely getting away from this. I'm glad we kind of overwatered it a little bit there. It's just totally fine. The paint itself is pretty thin, which I kind of want, but I don't want it to be. You don't want it pooling in that crevice. She'll lose all the tone you put into it. Turn myself on. Usually I turn. That sounded weird. That sounded weird. No, I gotta go. Turn myself. There we go. I'll turn that down. Yeah. Now everything's better. All right. So we're just gonna come through. Drop this magenta on, and then we'll let all that dry. We'll come back and highlight it again with that purple. The pale violet, I believe is what it was called. And watch that ear. Don't want to fill it in. And watch the horn. Don't want to fill it in. Probably got a little overpaint on this side of it, but that's okay. It's going to be easy to pick out once we get this hair color. Okay. That needs to be toned down just a touch. There we go. A little bit. All right. Looking pretty good. All right, so we make some choices about what is going on here. Do you want to paint this whole inside of these things leather? Or two-tone we want to go with. Because it could go cloth and leather. I kind of like that idea. They look like straps, but it's hard to tell. We could do it magenta. Be nice. Be magenta. Be matching. But her gauntlets are a little different than the brutes. A little flash of magenta is gonna be right on time, I think. Separate her from the boys a little bit. One of the cats is in the windowsill snoring so hard I can hear him. It's funny when a cat snores. That's not. Okay. This is that same burnt sienna I'm using for a lot of this leather. Be careful going too much up and down. You can kind of foam your paint a little bit. You don't want to necessarily do that. I just want to make sure I was getting enough of it off the brush to get it moving in these grooves. Just get it moved around before it dries and everything will be alright. Like I said, if you do too much and it'll be like, it's like a washboard. It'll start making suds. We want a good color saturation, not to do laundry. This color sometimes takes 2 applications to really get your base coat. It is a thinner pigment way over there. It is a bit of a thinner pigment, so. You really want to try to make sure you're getting everything that needs to be done in one color done. It doesn't always work that way, and there are some exceptions. But for the most part, that's the objective. Right. Let's just hang back here. We want to get the back of this one painted. Gotta get this kind of back to life. It's starting to drop just a little bit. There we go. settle in there. Just need that faint bit of color for that one. Alright, that bronze has had it. Yep, it's toast. Let's do the bronze. That's white. I like giving her bronze. It's going to look really good. Here's just a slight difference. Okay, before we put that on there, though, we need to put a little black wash on it. Armor washed. The nasty wash, the nappy wash. All hell, the nappy wash. Nappy wash brush go. No, I'll use one of these cheap synthetics. I had a different one I'd set aside, but this will work. It's a good thing to keep synthetics around for, honestly. This here isn't really the best for your. I should have painted her Warhammer. Oh, I didn't do her belt buckle either. I'm getting way ahead of myself here. Oh, come open. There we go. That's a rough iron by Army Peter. There's this crazy dog next door that barks constantly. And right now it's been over there barking up a storm. And it's causing my dog to have like nightmares. I don't need to be laughing. I mean I do, but it's funny, but it's also kind of sad. It's like, oh man, wish this dog would learn to shut up. That guy across the street has been over there to mow that yard all summer. You can bark at him every single time. For the entire hour he's there. Alright, that should dry up. We're going to knock it out over here. A little bit of wash kind of helps you get those crevices down. Help you get the shadows. Make it look a little bit grimy. Then we'll come back and just kind of edge highlight everything. Just barely touching edges here. Trying to leave that middle poolage between all these spikes alone. Look at the spikes to pop out, right? Alright, I'm gonna hit the rest of that up with this wash is just a simple combination of black oil paint and mineral spirits. And it does a great job, and you don't have to go fishing for, what is it called, nun oil or whatever. GW makes Games Workshop makes a product that does this as well. And maybe theirs works better, I don't know, I haven't actually tried it, but this works great. And I can make it whenever I need it, and it doesn't cost me as much as, you know, GW likes to charge for things. Good old James Workshop, man. He's very proud of his stuff. We actually did this leather last time, I think. We took some off. There's the other one. Okay. Should be to the point where we can start doing the wash on all this bone armor. Be careful, don't pull too much of that. I don't want to pull the oil one into it. Yeah, I see how it's starting to come off. I pulled that oil too much onto that one. I'll have to wait for it to dry for a second. Because for those of you who don't actually know this, oil and water don't mix. That's such a dad joke. Oh my god. I'm such a dad. It's okay. You have to embrace it. Let it flow through you. Become the dad. It's always weird when I'm in here chatting by myself. Wednesday always seems to be the slowest day. You know, I definitely seem to get super weird. I don't have my Wednesday. If I haven't had anything like pressing happen that's had my attention. The only things I've been dealing with are cool stuff. Well, except for this van. Our van has gone kaput. Well, it will be going kaput soon. It has not quite yet, but it is going to. It's got a issue with the cylinders, so that thing is going to be toast eventually. I mean, all cars eventually go to toast, but yeah. Yeah. This one eventually is just going to kind of give up somewhere on the highway. Boom, done. And that'll be into the car. Ooh, she's kind of fun. Okay. Take a break. I think we're doing good. 3 minutes. Close that up. That smell gets to me. It's supposed to be, they say it's odorless mineral spirits. I'm here to tell you. It is not odorless. It's not odorless at all. You can smell it. Okay. Oh, I got super dark in it. Nice. Nope. See, I didn't do this back part. Closed up shop too soon. Technically, I think that's supposed to be bronze right there. We'll get it figured out in a second. Let that dry. Be real careful there. And come on, do another quick run of this. Washer's done a lot of work for us. Okay, everything else. Alright. That's not quite dry. Okay. That's gonna work on the bone, but it's not quite ready. Light, just almost touching of it. It's very dry brush here. Really want to leave those crevices alone and grab those peaks. Focus a little bit more on the top of the bottom. Alright, let's play with that hair a little bit. I'll switch brushes. A little bit of a finer point. I'm just going to kind of bring in some individual strands here. Do the highlights. This is going to kind of give us a chance to also paint in some of the hairs that maybe got damaged. Be able to use that paint to help make sure it looks the way we want it to look. I'm just trying to grab very tip tops, pull it all out. All right. Say kind of like punk princess kind of look. Looks pretty good. Looks like we're finally getting all dry on everything, which is fantastic. I'm going to go and start with getting our armor cleaned up just a little bit. So again, we're just trying to come back, grab some of the highlights. Really want to leave those gaps there. And she might be a little cleaner look than the brutes, but still in hell. So you're gonna be dealing with all that. She is definitely fairly resplendent here. This one, just gonna be real careful. Kind of just pull it down across there. You'll probably catch everything you need to catch without having to fuss too much. I think we need a little bit more white. Okay. Yeah, just barely touching it. The object of painting miniatures really is to build stuff up layer by layer. In the very end, that's it in a nutshell. Now, what choosing those layers seems to be the hardest part for some folks, or having the patience to build up the layers sometimes can be a challenge. But if you're trying to get a really pro look out of things, it is most likely about your layers. Get those layers in, folks. Boys and girls, children of all ages. Moms, dads, uncles, aunts, everybody. Sir McBeardsly. Super busy, no worries. Wait for the maintenance guy to fix our super clog. Ooh. Gross, super clog sinks. I hate messing with those things. I am the maintenance guy here at Quadra Studios. I wear all the proverbial hats. Since it's just me. But yeah, man, that's brutal. And no worries on this end. We've just been painting a demon chick. She looking badass. If we can get there, go. There it is. There, she's looking good now. Demon girl. Oh, okay. We gotta get the start on the bottoms and the rocks. We've got a couple of little pieces to do. Need to pull out that moss black. Okay. Oh, we should do around the edge. We should totally do around the edge before we get this done. Now remember, a little bit of overpaint here is a good thing. So don't stress your mistakes too much. A little bit of overpaint makes it look like it's flickering. Which one of the small advantages to this technique. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Oof, that was a little spooky. We don't want that kind of overpaint. Maybe a dull red up around his face, though. And this really does look like it's supposed to be partial crack. We're gonna paint it like it's a deep fissure. That'll be more fun when we come in with the black. But definitely how I'm thinking I want to do that. I'm really just trying to get the paint on there. There's a tiny lip right on the edge of the way these bases are designed. So right on the edge of where the terrain ends and the actual base plinth begins. And if we do this right, it dries out. It makes it look like there's a ring around the base, which is pretty cool. Do a little bit of magenta. I'm going to mix it with a little bit of that. Pale violet. Just create a slightly warmer tone in there. Do a little bit of accent work. Keep working your way through it. Don't put the black in. This is where you cannot do the overpainting. It looks too wet. Maybe stay away from it. That looks a little too wet. Sometimes, because we're trying to keep the black thin, because we want to work on it in layers. Sometimes you might thin it out too much. It starts to look too wet. Back off. Breathe, just breathe. Oh gosh, okay. Hey, and there we go. We hit it now. Look at it. She's looking British pimpy. Heck yeah. Very different from our other purple we get there this time. Our way more deep purple demon. She still has retained some of her humanisticness compared to the brute. And she looks good amongst all of these guys. I need the black couch for her to sit on, right? Oh. Although she's a succubus, I think that goes the other way around, doesn't it? I think you think the one thing is going to happen, and then that other thing happens. Anyway, good times. Great models. There's a lot of fun. I will probably try to get a little bit more done on them prior to tomorrow's show. I was trying to get over into this other model, but we'll get into it. We'll get into it probably tomorrow. We get him started because she's pretty much done. We got to do that skull. So we'll do that skull. I'll do that up on her. That way we can see that one done because we did one full brute. We got it finished up. So we'll do one of her. We'll do her all the way up, and then we'll do the other big demons, and I'll work on these brutes as we go. And then, like I said, I'll get. There's another set of the brutes riding. I don't know, hellhounds, whatever you want to call them. Squigs. They look like squigs. So there's that. So we might do a little bit of that. We shall see. Anyway, you guys are awesome. Thanks to everybody who stopped by. Thank you, Sir McBeardsly, for coming, even though you had a crazy clog sync issue down at the work job place, and you had all that stuff going on. I really do appreciate you. Anybody else who stopped by and maybe gave us a look, gave us a like. The likes are all awesome. Really appreciate those. That really helps move things around on the interwebs. And thanks for all the love on the lizard mini short. We had a lot of views on that one. That was pretty cool. Last order of business. We are changing times starting for Monday next week. We are going to change. We'll start at 11 instead of 10. So That way I can drive in the morning time, get my kids to school, and then I'm also gonna be making a little bit of money and stuff like that. So, you know, it'll be better. Yeah, that's all I got for you folks. You guys are awesome. Go be good to somebody. Go be nice. Be nice to somebody. Be nice to yourself. Be nice to somebody. Somebody random. Somebody you don't know. Be nice to somebody you don't know. Anyway, maybe if we're all nice to each other, it'll all work out. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great day, and we're going to talk to you later.